Hi, and welcome to Canvas Tutorials with Evan. Today's tutorial is a second in a two-part series about how to use graphics to improve our navigation. The first video was about how to use big square buttons on, say, a home page to send our students to big sections of our course, for example, to a specific module or a specific type, for example, reading or math, that kind of thing. This is going to be a little bit different. Instead of big square buttons, we're actually going to create small buttons that we'll use all the time. We're going to load them into our course files, and then I'll use this 3, 4, 5 times a week on my assignments. So for example, I might use this to send students to a particular site, or I might use them to send them to a particular type of task. And so I'm purposely training the students to look for this type of button and hopefully get greater engagement on my assignments. So here we go. Here I just have an assignment, bones of the upper body, and it says in this assignment you're going to learn about the bones of the upper body, blah blah blah, and then it has read this with a big long text of a link. Now that's fine. This works just fine, but I think we can do this better. Let's turn this into a graphic button. So to do this, we're going to use a different site than we did in the first video. And so I'm just going to click New tab here, and I'm going to search for DA Button Factory. Click on that first link. It says the Button Factory, and this is click-minded button generator. Okay. And what this site does is it helps you to create buttons, and you can either download them as HTML code, or you can download them as an image. Okay, and so right here is our button, and then we have a bunch of different options. And so let's just go ahead and quickly run through it. And I'm going to make this a go to reading just here in the button text. Okay, the font, I could change it, but I kind of like Open Sans, so I'm just going to leave it there. That's a bit big. It's a bit big for me, so I'm going to, let's bring that down to 18. Yeah, there we go. And the font color is white. I like it. Here it says the button size fit to text, or I can make it a fixed, whichever one I want. So for example, if I want all my buttons to have the same proportions, I could do that. I just need to make sure that the words that I use all can fit in there. So I'm going to do that this time. And I'm going to decrease this to 40, not 4, height. And so it's a long, skinny button. Okay, I feel like the text may be a little bit too small. Let's go. Yeah, let's do 20. And now on the right side here, I can change the style of the button. And there are two options, either a fully curved, rounded button, or just a rounded rectangle where it just barely rounds the edges. And I can actually change the radius of the corner. I'm going to take that down to 4. And these are just personal preferences. So it looks like a rectangle, but it's a little softer on the edges. Now here's where I think the important part comes into is what color should it be? If I'm going to train my students to look for specific buttons, then I want to choose a specific color, and then I want to keep that color just for that one each time. And so I'm actually going to use a color scheme that is used widely on the internet today. It's what's called the Bootstrap CSS framework, and I really like their color scheme. So I've searched for Bootstrap Colors Hex, and I'll put both of these links in the description. But this first one here where it says Color Wall, I'm going to click on that, and it's going to give me some colors. Okay? And I really like these colors because they work well together. I don't have to think about, hey, what's a color I like? And so anytime I'm going to create this button, I want it to always be this color. And so for my reading one, I'm going to use this blue right here. And so what I do is I just copy this hex color, and I'm going to copy it with my keyboard shortcut, Control C or Command C. Sorry, Control C or Command C, depending on if you're a Mac or PC. Click back over to the button factory, and here, click color. Now, yeah, I could have searched around and I want the blue and I want it to be exactly blue, but like I said, I like these colors, so I'm going to use it. And I can grab the hex color code right there, and I'm going to go Command V or Control V, hit OK, and it automatically goes to that color. Then I can decide, do I want it to have a border or not? I don't like borders. Shadow or not. You can even decide if it wants to have a bubble effect or not. And so all of these are really up to you. The last thing I want to do is I want to download this image. So I'm going to hit download. And it's just downloaded it somewhere onto my computer, wherever I have my file saved. Now I'm going to go back to my assignment. Okay. And instead of doing it from here, I'm actually going to go over to Files. Now inside of Files, you can see that I have already created a folder that's called Buttons. And if I didn't have that, all I would do is I'd click Folder, and I'd call it Buttons. And there, okay? And so it actually create a second one. Now the reason why I want to do that is that if I keep all of my navigation images together, then it's easy to find them so I can use them constantly, okay? But now I'm going to go ahead and click into that. Okay. Now I'm going to find my file, and I can either just click on here where it says choose file, or I can click and go find the file. I'm going to go and find the file. That's a little easier for me. Right here it says button, go to reading, and I'm just going to drag that onto the site, drag it into the drop files here to upload button, space. It's going to upload it, and I'm there. So it's now inside of my files. Now I'm going to navigate back to that assignment. Bones of the upper body, edit. Now I'm going to, yes, we don't care about that. I'm going to click before this link. I'm going to keep the link there for just a second because I'm going to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight it, and one more, and Command C or Control C. And then right here where I want my button, I'm going to click the image icon, click. And instead of upload image, I'm going to course images because I've already uploaded it. And there it is. It's that first one. I could filter it by alphabetical, or I could find it in my course files, etc., etc. But I'm going to go ahead and click it, and it's going to add it. Bam, right there. And now, if I click on it, it says Image Options. And I can change the size. I can make it extra large. I can make it different size. But again, you should attempt to keep it the same size throughout your site, throughout your course. But anyways, I'm going to highlight it again, and I'm going to look for the link button, and it's right here. It's this little chain. Click on that, and this is an external link. Okay, if there's a course link, another page in the site, I'd click there, but here, external link. And I'm going to click and Command V or Control V, and I paste it. Done. Now that's linked. Now to make it even a little better, I'm going to click after, and I'm just going to center it. Let's go ahead and save. And here we go. Oh, you know, I forgot to actually delete the other one, but let's do that real fast. Okay. Save. And so now when my students come, they would just click on the reading, and it would pop them out to a reading on the bones of the upper limb. So right there, what have we done today? We have learned how to create small buttons that can be used in our navigation of a post or page or assignment to help our students to get to the places that we want to, training them to look for those buttons, the reading button, or go to test, or watch this video, etc., etc. I hope this content has been helpful, and you have a great day.